get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Well, unfortunately, no, I haven't. Good evening, Tom Trashers. Good evening. Welcome to the Recovery News at 8. I am your anchor, Eric Sean. Today's top story. A man was arrested today for racing greyhounds. He was later released on bail, but unfortunately, he'll never drive a bus again.
Thank you.
Welcome to episode 137. We want to welcome our recovery centers. We have Liftoff Recovery, Straight and Narrow, The Burns House, Don't Release the Hounds, and Bracebridge. And now to a man who finds knowing sign language pretty handy, Timmy Snyder.
That's fun. I love jokes. We have fun here on Talkin the Trash. This is episode 137. We just celebrated or observed Overdose Awareness Day on Sunday and Monday. And, you know, we're still doing our thing. It doesn't end just because it's September. But anyway, we're going to do our preamble real quick, and then we'll get into the... I didn't put the preamble back. So we're just going to go around and meet the team here. This is what we're going to do.
First,
Right?
there you go.
Jimmy Leibel.
Timmy Snyder. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Jimmy is 3 years sober and clean.
There you go.
He's our boy. He's 60 years old, 61. He's a father to a stunning, beautiful woman. He's an AA sponsor. He's incarcerated, HI stuff. He's the backbone of this place. Jimmy, what's going on with you?
I'm doing awesome, Tim. Well, just looking forward to tonight's episode. We're going to be talking about the old Recovery Month of September being National Recovery Month. Yeah. And of course, when you sent the message out, of course, I threw it into AI and it came up with this wonderful script that we're going to be going through later. But
saw that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight, Kaisa will be en route to Regina, Saskatchewan for our annual AA ride-up. We'll be flying over the mountains and then into the Bald Prairies pretty quick. So 2 weeks to come. Yeah, her arms are going to be tired. Just flew in. So, we're going to roll out the old red carpet and have her show her a good old Saskatchewan welcome.
I want the whole thing on video. We just want a live cam on YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah. We might even have to do just a little send some snippets in, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we might even do karaoke.
We are doing karaoke. Speaking of which, the woman who kills the karaoke.
Lord have mercy.
What the hell?
Schmeikers.
She did karaoke the other episode, and she definitely won out of the three of us. Unbelievable.
Please,
Kaisa,
I suck.
You are critical.
No.
5 years clean and sober, Kaisa. She's 62. She's also a sponsor. She's half Swedish fish. She's a Facebook recovery advocate, and she's everywhere. She's everywhere we need her to be. She's like, what's that slogan? I can't think of it. Whatever. Hi, Kaisa. How you doing?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hey.
Good to be here.
Nice to see you. So
nice to see you too.
You have fun doing a karaoke, or was that out of your comfort zone, or what have we got?
Well, I didn't even like singing back when I was drinking. It's a different thing if I'm, driving by myself, then I can sing on the top of my lungs and I'm an opera star,
Right, exactly.
But, then you come down to reality. But you know what? I can't sing, and that's okay because for me, it's about having a good time, and I really had a good time doing that.
Yeah, you were great. We
I loved
loved
it.
I have like 6 emails I haven't shared with anybody yet. People are huge fans of Kaisa on the mic.
Duh.
Kaisa, what's going on with you and Jim? Something's going on in a couple of weeks up there?
Yeah, I got invited by Jim and his rodeo, or I call it rodeo roundup, this AA roundup council to come up to Regina. Yes, that's the name, Regina, Saskatchewan.
The city that rhymes with fun.
There you go, and tell my story, me, in front of a room of a whole lot of people, a lot of them, me.
Well, you're gonna do great. And Jimmy, what do you got planned for her? You gonna set her up or what? What's going on?
Don't worry. We got a full slate. There's not gonna be enough time. Like we're gonna go out to there's a little town in. Okay, you think Regina's bad? The next major city or town is Moose Jaw.
Moose
Jaw, and it has a little bit of a tie to Al Capone. He used to run liquor up from Chicago on the Sioux line into Moose Jaw and then back in. Oh yeah, and they have tunnels, and we'll do a tunnel tour, and gonna do the chachi shit, and we'll hit some food trucks, and then have a supper on the Thursday night. And,
sorry.
Bless you.
I got the
cold. A lot of car karaoke, so I'll record that as well.
Yep.
And a friend of mine that I met on Instagram is coming down from Saskatchewan to visit.
Wow.
I don't know how you say it, but that place.
Saskatoon.
We transcend borders around here, you know. We're just everywhere you need to be. So the last person on the list is the most important one. It is the
place to be.
I'm sorry, I really didn't make that. I did that wrong. There you go. Will Douglas, look at this guy. He's 18.
We love him.
We love him.
Jim, you're 2 years sober in October, right? Will?
Okay. Yeah, it was October 1st.
Cool. Very good. Willie's 42, just like me. He's from Georgia. He's a tweaker. He's a hardworking guy. He's turning his life around, and he's taking us with the ride. And it's been a blessing, really. It's nice to see an idiot like Will figure it out. Will, how you doing, my friend? I'm sorry. How you doing?
Well, it's we're navigating good. I ain't figured it out yet, but
I got you.
But we're so far successful or doing great. I'm good. It's a slow week, so I'm I'm enjoying that. Getting stuff done around my place that I wanted to. So yeah.
That's a nice change of pace rather than doing everybody else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, right? Well, I shouldn't speak too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Never.
Because as soon as you say something, which I'm happy for, but exactly.
So that's our boy, Will Douglas.
Yeah,
we're proud of you. We're proud of you. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it, and I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be.
You should be.
Now, that's what it's about, people, is being proud of yourself, loving yourself for once, We all hate ourselves. We loathe ourselves. But here in this new environment, it's new climate, we can figure out who we are.
Self-love is a game changer.
Game changer.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yep. You can hate the things you did, but you don't have to hate yourself, and that's the biggest thing right there. Because you'll go back out. My name's Tim. I'm 42. I'm
Tim.
Hi.
Hello, Taylor.
I have 2 gorgeous daughters. I'm involved in AA, and I do this podcast. And I do it to give back, and I do it to keep my own sobriety because that's what I've been told to do. So there you have it. All right, that's the whole team. There we are. Hey guys, how we doing?
Good. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So I am just trying to picture Kaisa flying to Canada and doing this whole thing. How many days is she there?
She arrives Wednesday night about 11 o'clock, and then Thursday the roundup starts Friday afternoon. We just have a few speakers that night, and then Saturday's a full slate starting at 8 till about 10 o'clock at night on Saturday. Then she flies out Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So
wow,
it's gonna be whirlwind, and this is our 72nd AA roundup. So.
I still can't believe it's gonna. I'm the main speaker.
Well, I got a call from one of the Indian bands here this morning, and they asked me some questions. Yeah, like they have a recovery group obviously there, and they're like, "Wow, like is Kaisa really coming?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'll take 11 tickets." I'm like,
Oh
"Sweet,
wow.
yeah." So you're gonna have all these. You got a bit of a fan base up here, and especially after
Wow.
karaoke. Oh yeah.
Oh, she's got a base everywhere she's at, but she's
I know.
just like she's naturally like humble, so she's like whatever, but like she plays it off pretty good. But she's a fucking rock star. I keep cursing. I gotta stop doing that.
No, it's fine.
She's a rock star. Yeah, I watched the last episode and I was sleep deprived. I was cursing every other word. Oh no!
I watched it too.
I couldn't believe it. What a
I was
mess.
cracking up.
I tried to put it together. I was just looking at something from the rehab I went to up in New Jersey, and they're offering detox for kratom, and I'm like, this is nuts. Like, kratom is you can get it at the gas station
Yeah.
or whatever. It's everywhere. Kratom is like it's a synthetic opiate. It comes from a plant. Comes from the microgygia plant or something, and I mean, I can tell you, I've done enough kratom to write a novel. It's like it's not what you're looking for. So with me, anytime I relapsed, if I would drink or do something that isn't recovery conducive, and I let my guard down, and I think, oh, well, I'm drinking, I'll get some cocaine or whatever it is. Kratom is like that, and when you don't do your drug of choice and you just do a drug because it's there, it usually makes you want your drug of choice. And I know with kratom, I would not get the feeling I'm looking for. So I live in a sober house. I'll just go back to the Quick Mart and buy some more kratom, try the other ones. And I ended up finding something that whacked you out pretty good. But you know, it came with throwing up and hallucinations and all that too. And I failed a drug test for everything. It's somehow I'm like, I was adamant. I'm like, I want to take another drug. Take me to CVS. I'm buying my own drug test. Failed that one too. I'm like, what the hell? In my mind, I'm like, this is how am I failing all these drug tests? It's not even clicking that I'm using kratom, but because I buy it at a gas station, it doesn't matter. So I just found that interesting. They're offering detox for kratom, and you know, like I said, if I use kratom, it would lead me to my drug of choice, and because it's not my drug of choice. No. That's why you can't mess with things. That's why alcohol or addicts can't drink. That's why, you know, we shouldn't smoke weed unless we know how to handle ourselves, whatever. I'm not condoning anything. I'm in the mindset of can't do anything anymore. And I'm just going to leave it to you guys at that. I mean, you just can't. There's no dabbling anymore. There's no trying stuff out and realizing you don't like it or whatever. You're dying.
Oh, it's true.
And when I get my real quick, just when I get my coffee in the morning, there's a whole setup of this kratom, a whole display, all different kinds, you know, super wowie, and, you know, mellow days, easy nights, you know, try this one. And every single time I see it, which is every day, because I get my coffee at the same place, I think it's Tim.
That's not good.
No. Only because you said that, you know, you failed all the drug tests. And I look at it and I want to tell the guy, because I always talk to the guy that checks me out, you know, this shit's no good, you know. And I'm like, okay, Kaisa, don't beat the drum. Just pay for your coffee and leave. Buy your lotto ticket.
So we're looking at that's so funny. We're looking at kratom now, and like I got some things on the screen. Yeah, give me some scratchers. You see a little tincture bottle in the bottom left. They sell it in a concentrated form. That shit doesn't work. But there's ones that are come in pill form, and it comes in a powder form. It is disgusting. Like it is absolutely. It's drinking dirt. And I did this for a while I was sober, you know, and I thought I was sober. You know, I didn't think there was anything wrong with this. I get it from I don't have to get it from a doctor or a drug dealer. It's cool. Sanjeev has it. No, it activates your opiate receptors. So it's just one of those things. Like I remember working in detox and having a guy come in and his luggage and belongings just kratom everywhere. Like we didn't stop joking about that for months. This guy had so much kratom. And he came in specifically for kratom, but we didn't have kratom detox back then. It was 2017, 16, whatever. It's crazy. You can't mess with this stuff at the gas stations. You know, it's just, you don't know what's in it. And if you won't touch pressed pills or won't touch pills because of fentanyl, whatever, treat this the same way. This is an addiction and it can run your life. And this shit is not cheap. I mean, you might as well just do heroin at this point because that is so expensive, that stuff. You know, it's a $100 a day habit if you really are dedicated. I don't know. Will, do you have any experience with gas station pharmaceuticals?
Uh, well, no, I mean I've had kratom before, but I usually when I had it, I was strung out on meth and G, but and like I had somebody I knew from high school. They owned a smoke shop, so like anytime he got new stuff in, essentially the same thing as the gas station, you know. But I guess when you're like strung out on meth, like the kratom really doesn't do anything for you, even if you
No, it
take like a whole
doesn't.
bag, even if you
It
take a whole
doesn't.
bag. But
Yeah.
I mean, like no, like not really, not that I can. No, just
Well, I mean,
cigarettes and freaking vapes.
you did the real thing. I cannot if I watch Kaisa while somebody else is talking, I completely lose my train of thought. She's hysterical. Yeah, I remember back in the day with the ephedrine pills and all that stuff.
Oh,
They
I
sell in
used
the
to
gas
do.
stations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Back when they had
man.
like the diet pills at CVS and
Yeah,
Walgreens that had the
yep,
Sudafed in it.
yep.
They had
Oh,
a
let me tell you.
Dexatrim.
Oh yeah,
Dexatrin,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Dexatrim.
Yep,
I
yep.
used
If I
to eat,
couldn't
eat
get my
those.
shit, I would be eating handfuls
My
of that stuff.
my family went to see a doctor for weight loss back in, I don't know, the 90s or whatever, and his last name was Kubacki, and we would call him Wacky Kubacki because he would try amphetamines basically, and everybody was getting skinny and strung out and grinding their teeth. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like we talk about the day. I hear my voice coming from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from.
Probably on
We
your
talk
other
Heavens.
camera.
we talk about the dangers of fentanyl overdose and being tricked into thinking you're taking something that it's not. This is the same thing. None of this stuff is regulated. We're not going to talk about creating the whole show, but my point is none of this stuff is regulated at all. It's a free for all, and it comes in every form you can think of. Now, like I said, some of it's not that bad. Some of it, like I got a hold of one. It was pills. I won't say the name. And this is what you're talking about, Kaiser, right? Like a whole thing of
Yeah, and these are little bottles. These are all little bottles.
yeah. They sell these little tincture bottles,
Like little shots.
Yep, and there's like this OPMS version. Like I tried this back in 2011 when I was detoxing from oxys or whatever, and that stuff, it didn't do anything for withdrawal. But if you're normal and you take it, you'll feel it, and it's an opiate high. It's a euphoric high, but it's not worth it. Like I honestly, the side effects and the shit that comes along with doing heroin, I'd rather deal with that than drinking dirt, throwing up, and like feeling the way I felt. Like I said, I would not feel the way I wanted to feel, and I would then long for my drug, and that's a bad place to be. You do not want to be longing for your drug because you'll make fucking terrible decisions on I'll put the TVMA thing up on your life. You'll just make bad decisions. So we go around. Jimmy, have you ever broken a bone in your life? I was just wondering that earlier. I don't know why.
No, I've come close a couple of times, like in football and shit. But the closest one I came when I was doing a repair on one of our printing presses, and I was talking to the pressman beside me. He looks at me, and I go, "What?" And I look, and it was the index finger here, and the bone, it tore the whole part of my finger back, and the bone was sticking up.
Ew.
And I just looked at it, and then I went back, and I got a concussion. I cracked my head open on that.
Because you passed out.
Well, yeah, I just went into shock. But then I got a concussion from falling and cracking my head on the floor, on the cement floor of the shop. So, no. So answer the question, I have not broken a bone.
I don't know why. I was lit seriously in bed last night. Right before I went to bed, I was wondering if Jimmy ever broke any bones playing sports.
I've broken other people's bones.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Bone crusher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the old trailer ball in that fist and kaboom! Hello, Gonzo.
Yep. Got that right. There's somebody walking around the inmates over here in Clarksville with a broken bone on his face. That's it's just so we're gonna kind of we talk about we talk about fentanyl and all that stuff. So we just want to kind of look at we're gonna shift out of opiates a little bit, and we're gonna bring all the drugs into it because a drug is a drug is a drug, except for caffeine or nicotine. So National Recovery Month is observed annually in September to raise. Hold on. never mind, to raise awareness about substance use disorders and celebrate achievements in individuals' recovery. And the last part of that is the biggest thing, is celebrating people's achievements in recovery. The real world is like, oh, you were sober for a year? Good job. You're supposed to be. We have to seek our own people for that kind of support. So I mean, we can all attest to communal support. You're looking at 4 people who are open friends with each other because we need each other's support. And sometimes it's one of those things. Sometimes you don't realize you need it, and yet finding it. So Kaisa, tell me a little bit about your first experience with a sponsee. I was thinking about that the other day.
Okay. Well, I've had many, 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 many women ask me to sponsor them. I have only taken one through the steps.
Wow.
And she's still sober today. She's got 4.5 years, basically. Now, what I experienced, because when I went to rehab, and once I graduated, I would go back alumni night on Friday night, and all the gals that were in there would, search out me and some of my other friends, Amy, who was on the show, and a couple other gals, and they'd ask us to sponsor them. So, it would usually get up to step 3. And then and every single one of them fell off and relapsed at step 3. Some just never called again.
Right.
One chick wanted me to, I don't know, be a marriage counselor. I've never been married. Don't ask me. Okay. I can help you through the steps, but I'm not giving you any marital advice, because I mean, that's not what I'm here to help you with.
If they want bad advice, you can send them to me. I'll give them.
Okay, call Tim.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
see, that's an interesting thing, because wait, the girl that you took all the way through the steps, what number sponsor was she? Was she like 10 or 20 or 2?
Oh, let's see. I got her at my rehab, so she probably was 10, maybe.
Okay,
maybe.
Cool.
I really don't remember, but
that's good. It seems like it should be quality over quantity.
Quality, absolutely.
Like, I know a bunch of guys that take on way too many sponsees. They seem stressed out. It's affecting their sobriety. So there's a delicate balance there.
Yeah.
Jim,
this gal. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, guys.
No, I just want to say that she was hungry. She was willing. She wanted to do whatever it took.
Yep.
And with that, when you have somebody who's so willing, I mean, it just brings such a joy to you.
It does.
And you see that the light turning on in their eyes. You see the darkness leaving their face and their aura. And I'm telling you, there is nothing like it. Nothing.
What you're describing is how this thing works. Like, that's the getting back part. You give to receive, and it's better to give than receive, that whole thing. But like when you receive that back, you're not asking for it, but it comes with the territory, and their success, grows in you. It makes us feel better helping someone else, especially someone who is lost, like we were at 30, 40, 50 days.
It keeps us sober.
It does.
It keeps us sober. And clean, all of that.
All of it. Jimmy, how many?
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
No.
Jimmy, tell me about your sponsee experience.
Oh, my first one, God rest his soul. Ben, he was 32 years old. Great job. 3 kids, beautiful wife. And like Kaisa says, that step 1, that was the same way when I first came in. I called it the AA polka. 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, drink. And that's all I did. But Ben, he wanted, but he was going through some marital issues, and he got an apartment and got a girlfriend right away, and she was a drug addict, and he went back drinking, and he experimented, I think it was with meth, and boom, gone. And it was like, he was like 5 months,
With meth,
and I actually just took a new sponsee on. But like Kaisa says, that you want to find, and it's almost like dating. A sponsee will come to you and approach you and say, "Hey, I want what you got," right? And you have to. And a couple of people have asked me, and I said, "They just don't have it. They're just going through. I haven't told them I've got a sponsor, and you're just the guy standing next to me, so you'll be my sponsor." And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Because I don't want to do the polka with you. I've seen it too many times.
Yep.
I'll help you find a sponsor. I'll be your temporary sponsor. But what I do, I'll show this to the people out there. I print off. It's a 30-page questionnaire.
You're an
booklet.
insane person, is what you are.
Yes, but I also have and I do the same thing. It's a 12-step worksheet with questions. It's a guide to working the 12 steps. And because you have to teach them to walk back, you have to teach them how to walk across the street again.
Right.
In life, because we've always been that, as we call a jaywalker, like, oh, it's not going to happen to me again. I got this shit.
Right.
And like I say, guys, when you see that look in their eye, like they want it. They really want sobriety and they want recovery. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah,
and just watching them just flourish. And I mentioned him before, Joey, he's like, well, you're my sponsor now. I'm like, where's he now? In jail. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be your sponsor because you're not going to put the effort. I'm not going to waste my time. My time is valuable.
Absolutely.
And I will spend the time with you because I want to give back what was given to me. And like my sponsor, Don, I didn't ask him. He asked me if he could be my sponsor.
Really?
Yes. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you were just so tender. And he didn't want me to fail. He wanted to set me up for what?
For success. Yeah.
Exactly. And because what I was sharing, and it's like, this guy's he's setting himself up for failure again.
Yep.
There's just too much shit out there. And he goes, hey kid, what do you think? I'm like, sure. And you know what? I only get to see Don once a week now, and it breaks my heart. It breaks his, but the time we spend together is just magical.
See, I know Donnie. I know his type. I know you get to a point where you can see the people that need it and the people that are just there. And he probably saw something in you, Jimmy. And obviously he's got a good eye because you're taking his
Plus he wears the merch too. Like I sent you the picture of Donnie.
He does.
He represents.
He's playing crib with he was playing bridge that day and with all these ladies. And they're like, what's talking trash? And I said, well, Don's always talking trash. And he's like, like everybody knows, like his sponsor, Don's sponsor, lives in the same retirement community as he does. His sponsor has 50 some years.
That sounds like a fun neighborhood.
Oh yeah, I'll take some. Actually, I got this one meeting I want to take her to. It's called the Out to Lunch, and every second word, Tim, you'd fit in just fine as effing and jeffing. But it's a fun group, and that's the day of the roundup on the Friday. So
I like fun.
Yeah, you guys. I want the whole thing documented. I'm gonna send Will up there with a camera so he can just film it all.
It will be a Netflix
miniseries
miniseries coming up. We're gonna blow away Yellowstone.
That's true. Yellowstone is not on Netflix. All right, Jimmy, read us our daily refraction.
You betcha, Mr. Tim. Okay, so for September the Toid, we got building a new life. We feel a man is unthinking when he says sobriety is enough. And that's from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 82. When I reflect on step 9, I see that physical sobriety must be enough for me. I need to remember the hopelessness I felt before I found sobriety and how I am willing to go to any length for it. Physical sobriety is not enough for those around me. However, since I must see that God's gift is to be used to build a new life for my family and loved ones. As importantly, I must be available to help others who want the AA way of life. I ask God to help me share the gift of sobriety so that its benefits may be shown to those I know and love. There you go, kids. Refract!
And there you have it. It's a good reading. Kaisa, take us through it. Tell me what you think about this particular building a new life.
Well, I mean, you absolutely do build a new life. I'm sorry I'm going over here, but I was just thinking the other day about how people in recovery, they work a strong program, and what a fantastic job they do at work, when when they couldn't be trusted before because they couldn't show up for work or whatever. Now they're like the best workers you can have. So that for me, that was a big deal because I was drunk on the job,
Right.
I know I wasn't a good worker. They kept me around. I don't know why, but they did. And, and now I see the change in me, and it's like I care about my job. I want to do my best
Yeah.
I don't procrastinate. Well, at work, so,
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not perfect, so yeah, I got some procrastination in there, but
Me
for the
too.
most part, I don't. And I really do a fantastic job. And I also work with a fellow, alcoholic, addict, and she's amazing. She's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
So what does that
And
do for your sobriety?
well, I mean, here I have somebody who understands me completely and understands the disease and has been through it, and I have her there to bounce off any kind of thought,
Sure.
or whatever, idea. Because, in here, this is the worst place for
Oh
me to
yeah.
be, inside there. And if I
Yep.
don't let it out, then it makes up all kinds of stories and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
could end up, being a little pebble and then rolling into this huge
Yep.
snowball. And then,
Snowball.
I could relapse, and I absolutely don't want to do that because I don't have another getting sober in me.
Yep.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I decided when I got sober that was going to be my last time.
Yep.
So I was going to do whatever it took. But having somebody with, the like mind, who's been there, who understands that is just, there is absolutely nothing like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't just talk to somebody who doesn't understand, somebody who thinks, oh, you're an alcoholic drug addict, you suck,
Yeah.
and you try to talk to them and they're just going, you're just because you're messed up,
Right.
because you did so many drugs, there's
Right.
no hope for you.
Yep. Yeah.
So
It's stigma. It's like it's how
yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
All right, real
So-
quick before we get into anything else, let's take a look at Mr. Boycat. See how he's doing. Little Boycat.
There he is. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
boy.
Mr.
He's
Boycat.
so good.
Yum, 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 yum,
He's
yum,
so good.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, we love that little cat.
I love him.
Good boy. Oh, he's so good. What's his
Look
scratchy
at him.
belly? Oh, he wants to scratch his belly, but I won't do it.
He was living his best cat life, except for when he gets a bath in the sink.
Yeah, I burped him that time. I got yelled at the camping trip. Hello, Kit Kat. Hello, baby boy.
So he's like, hello.
He likes drugs too.
Right.
So he's a good
Yeah.
cat. So So all right. So I can make as many slates and graphics and breakdown recovery and as I want. But the theme that I'm hearing here is willingness. Is people we're in recovery, right? So if you're in recovery, going to meetings, doing stuff like this, you're going to run into people, right, that are maybe not even like-minded. Like, listen, half the people there don't want to be there. 70% of them are going to relapse. And like they say, well, 1 in 10 makes it. Well, those are shitty numbers, and I don't think it needs to be that bad. I think we can pump the brakes a little bit, and I whether you want it or not is what it comes down to. You can get sober anywhere. It's whether you want to get sober or not is going to be the difference between sobriety and a life of addiction. So we look at the purpose of Recovery Month overall. It's to promote recovery from substance use disorders, obviously. It highlights treatment and support services, what you do when you need help. Most importantly, in my mind, it celebrates the successes of individuals in recovery and reduces the stigma associated with substance use. And treatment is really, I mean, listen, you can get sober anywhere, but like whether it's going to be successful or not is whether you have a sobriety plan. And some people think, all I got to do is stop using and I'm good. That's where you fall short. Is you think you're okay and you're not. You need treatment. Like some people, honestly, from my experience, if all right, say you're a 35-year-old person who's been using for 10, 15 years, you need excessive inpatient treatment. You need your phone taken away. You need your liberties taken away. And you need to want recovery. Some people just go to rehab for an oil change. They just go to, appease somebody else or courts or whatever. It's a lot. There's a very small percentage of people who want this thing, right? And you're looking at 4 of them, but like I had to go all over the country. It took me a year to find 3 other people that feel the same way I do. And we're all like-minded and we all share the same affliction. And that's the level playing field we have, is having an addiction. Is it a bad thing? It is. Can it be a superpower? Absolutely. So,
Yeah. And the using part, whether drinking, whatever, drugs, to me it's all the same thing. So
yeah.
it that is just a symptom of a deeper problem.
Yeah.
And so it's really imperative that you get in there and you figure out what that is, and because like when I had to do my 4-step, I was like, all right, I'll just write stuff down, and
Yeah.
my sponsor started talking to me, about things that she had put on there and things that were, and she like was honest with me and told me some stuff, that you just don't go telling everybody. And I was like, well, crap, man, if she can tell me that, I could certainly tell her all this other stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm right. What have I got to lose, man? Let me
Mm-hmm.
just start writing. And I really thought I would, a couple pages. Oh my God, I have a spiral notebook that took me like a month and a half pretty much to get through my 4th, 5th step.
Mhm.
See,
But
in
I'll
our,
tell you what, it was like the mother load of a relief.
I'll bet. I'll bet. I mean, listen, like for us in recovery, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to get sober. Sobriety is uncharted waters now for us. And now we're like, we're floundering. We don't know what to do. Who help us, help me, And there's like I said, there's a very small percentage of people who actually want it. There's a large percent of people who need it. And there's a lot of people who don't get it, and that's the sad part. There are people out there that can't afford or don't have insurance or whatever. And they're just living this life of using, running around, and then not having money, not having drugs, withdrawal, and then using again, and then getting arrested. It just repeats, and it's brutal. Will, can you read what is addiction treatment?
Certainly. Recovery Month, addiction or treatment. Drug rehabilitation is the process of medical or psychotherapeutic treatment for dependency on psychoactive substances such as alcohol, prescription drugs, and street drugs such as cannabis, cocaine, the heroines, and amphetamines.
The heroines.
That might have been me. I don't know.
The heroin.
Will,
Hey.
tell us what detox is.
Detox is detox.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good
Good time.
No, if you've never been to, detox is when your body.
You can read it on the screen if you like.
Oh my God!
and
Detoxification is a set of interventions aimed at managing acute intoxication and withdrawal, a clearing of toxins from the body of the patient who is acutely intoxicated and/or dependent on substances of abuse. Detoxification seeks to minimize the physical harm caused by the abuse of substances.
That's it. End of story. So that's what medical detox is.
Period.
And detox, like that's step one. I have a problem.
It's important.
Now I need help.
Oh.
And you need, whatever it is. Like, all right, so I don't have insurance. What do? Go to the ER and take it from there. I don't need to tell you exactly what to do, but you know what to do. And the help is out there, whether it's freely given to you or you have to fight for it a little bit. It's there. And sometimes having to fight for it is important because the journey is more important than the destination sometimes. So, Jimmy, when you detox, you said they didn't give you any meds or anything, or how did that go? No,
it was just basically just dry out is what it
Yeah.
was. And like I printed this thing out, like celebrates the progress, not the perfection. And I remember when I first went in and kind of sobered up, I'm like, oh, I got 5 weeks here, and then I'm just gonna go back to the way life was. And then getting that email, you're not coming back, and it's like, shit, life's got to get lifey. So I just grabbed the bull by the horns, and you just have to. Like I read something the other day. Just bear with me. You've suffered so, like you've suffered. We've all suffered. You didn't survive this far to keep going, right?
Right.
All that pain that we all have gone through, to give up. And just give it a shot. And yeah, the numbers are low. Like stats don't lie. But you got 4 people here who made the choice and saw from other people out there in recovery and in sobriety that recovery is for everybody.
Right.
It is. It's not
Absolutely.
picky and choosy. Well, no, you don't fit the demographics. No, if you want it, we'll help you through it. And yeah, people are going to say, well, you're a drug addict, you're da. But hope, it's contagious. It really is. And that's one thing I got was that restoration of hope, because for all those years, I was just happy. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get. And I got all that. Was I happy? No. Now that I have, I'm wearing the shirt sobriety. Yeah, I'm sober, but am I in recovery? That's
Right.
the difference. Like once you get the shit out of your system and you got a clear head, start working on between here and here.
So
That's where.
You guys both talked about step 4 and people going out on step 4. Let's just take a look at the first 3 steps real quick. Jim, explain 1 through 3 for us.
Okay, so we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2 came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 3 made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God.
So
As we understood him. That is
Thank
key.
you.
As we understand our concept of a higher power. It doesn't have to be God. And that was a big hang up for me. Being a recovering Catholic, it's like fear, guilt, and shame. And that's all I knew because that's the way I was raised.
Yeah.
And when I saw the word God, it's like, I'm done. I'm out, tapping out. But just realizing that there's something out there that has a better life for me. And just surrendering, just shutting the hell up and just listening to people out there who are shining examples, right? Are living a good life.
Yeah.
And you know what? You will have a better life. You get back to normal and then you become a better version of yourself. And that's the miracle. It is a miracle.
That's a miracle.
It is a fucking miracle.
Oh my God.
It really is because you see people who were on Skid Row and I like, it's just, we're not sitting under bridges. They're doctors, lawyers. I sponsor a policeman who's in the program, right?
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Like addiction does not care. It doesn't matter. It will take you and slam you, and you just, and then just keep coming back for more because I was just at corrections the other week, and these guys were like, "Well, I liked using drugs." Well, I like to drink too.
Sure.
I didn't like the aftermath, but yeah, it was my solution. It was the only solution I had was to drink because everything went away.
Right.
Yeah.
But I went away with that first drink. I did not become me. It was that Jekyll and Hyde.
That's a great way to explain it. Yeah, it's 2 different people. Like I'll bet there's Meth Will is a complete lunatic. I'll bet he's not even Will. I'm not. He's John.
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of different. I mean, I have many personalities.
I know you do. I like this one. We all like this one.
We love
him.
We love him. We love him.
I mean, I'm always doing something. Whenever I was, I mean, like always.
Oh yeah, always. He's a nightmare. We're just so that's the point of this is like loving yourself. That's what we were just talking about. Is if you go into this recovery thing with this mindset that I'm a piece of shit and I don't deserve to have a happy life, and look at what I've done, and you'll get to the point where when those things that used to make you want to get high, those things are the things that make you think of the path of destruction that comes with getting high. So that fleeting moment of feeling good and the damage that comes with it, it starts to outweigh each other. And the scales start to tip in your favor. You start to not obsess over the drug. The obsession gets lifted, and you're able to have this clear thinking where you can make decisions in a clear mind. And I said last episode about ticking time bombs. When we're setting these little things off, and then we're going, and then we get sober, and they start popping up and exploding, and you get locked up over nonsense, and like that happens. So like that's where life gets lifey. That's where your program comes in. That's where your support system comes in. And like we're all here for you. We're here. We service quite a few people, and not service. We're just friends with them. There are recovery.
I wouldn't say service.
Not service.
Whoopsie. I think I have
Yahtzee.
I have a sound effect for that. There it is. So like, yeah.
Oh, stop.
That's what she didn't
That's
say.
what she said. You're right.
So look at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So
Silence.
here's some tips for recovery and entering recovery. Don't be scared, but don't detox at home. Please don't ever do that. I have done it 15,000 times, and I failed 15,000 times. Medical intervention. We just said that. It's out there. Now, listen, addiction is now a ICD-10 whatever medical diagnosis code, a substance use disorder. So you have a medical problem, and the world's starting to recognize that. And co-occurring conditions, and dual diagnosis. That's all out there now. So if you're thinking of entering recovery, don't be so scared. It's not as bad as it was 20 years ago when you just sweated it out in some I don't know, some outhouse in Nova Scotia where Jim did. So
It was pretty damn near close to that.
I know. I've heard of the place. It's pretty important just to just. It's hard to go in and say, listen, I'm an addict. You know what I mean? It's hard to have a job and be in charge and you're an addict. There's thousands of them. There's millions of them. It's hard to say it, but to seek medical intervention, you're saying, I got a problem. I need medical help. Benzos or alcohol, it can be fatal from having a stroke or a seizure.
Yep.
Opiate withdrawal can last up to 7 days. Alcohol, 3 to 4 days. Those are just numbers I'm throwing out there. I mean, honestly, it just depends on the person, but that's an average. You put Suboxone and things like that in there, and the numbers change quite a bit. But just regular opiate withdrawal, 24 hours, you feel like shit. 48 hours, you're shitting. 72 hours, you're sweating, you feel like shit, you're shitting. And then 96 hours, you haven't slept. Now the sleep deprivation comes in. It sucks. That's why you need to be medically monitored. And alcohol withdrawal, without a doubt. You pound your last shooter before you walk into the place. And that's what everybody does.
I did.
I did.
Everybody does the last hurrah, they call it. And when I started working overnights at the recovery center, I didn't think things would change as much as they did. But the shit I saw working at that time of night is people just getting their last thing in all day long. And then they come walking in with a 40, a Heineken, and throwing up on our couches and shit. It's real. Alcohol and benzos, very dangerous. Do not ever try to withdraw at home or detox at home. They can give you comfort meds. And sometimes, like alcohol, they'll probably give you they'll definitely give you a benzo, Librium or Ativan or something to make you comfortable. You're not going to be sweating.
They gave me phenobarbital.
Phenobarbital,
for 3 days, and then after that, they tapered me off, and then I didn't have anything else. But I didn't need to.
It depends on what you need. I mean, so I've seen people come in for cocaine withdrawal or cocaine abuse or amphetamine abuse, and they're like, I don't get any help. I'm like, well, not really, dude. I mean, I'm not your nurse, but no, you don't get Suboxone, you don't get Ativan. You're just go to sleep for a few days, and they'll help you do that. But they'll give you comfort meds, and I'm not talking prescription medication. They'll give you things like Imodium and I don't know, Zofran, things for your stomach, just stuff that
some trazodone.
Trazodone. Addicts look at this stuff like, please, you kidding me? Come on, play in my room.
I could eat the whole bottle.
Exactly. So they'll give you trazodone or whatever. Trazodone.
I used to try to get the max, and then I would try to stay up as long as I could, just so I could like.
I know. Me too. Trazodone's terrible for that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Ambien's a different story. And then
I remember my Ambien story.
Oh yeah, we got a few of those. So it is the first step towards lasting recovery. You can't do step 3, then step 7. I'm not talking about the steps. I'm talking about like what you do, sober house, aftercare, all that stuff. You can't do that in out of order. It has to be done in order, just like the steps do. So you go to inpatient. Jimmy, can you read this for us?
I certainly can. This level of care is best suited for those with severe mental health disorders requiring immediate stabilization. Inpatient treatment is typically 30 days.
So typically it is. It can be different things. There's different. We always hear 30 days, 28 days, rehab, whatever. Sandra Bullock. That was a good movie, actually. What was that called? That movie? Yeah, well, that too. But here's the thing. I personally, I went to a pretty nice rehab with state insurance. That was, and they're out there. There's some bad ones, but like, if that's all you can get is the bad ones, sometimes it just works out that that's probably what you needed. It's just like Jim said. Jim said his sponsor can spot people who actually want it, and we all can really because we want it. So you tend to get in with the like-minded people who really want to get sober, and that's where you want to be. It's super important to have your pack. Residential treatment. Kaisa, could you read this?
Okay, residential treatment. This level of care is ideal for individuals who need long-term rehabilitation and support in a less restrictive environment.
So most importantly, Kaisa, let's talk about mental health real quick. I mean, how does mental health tie in with recovery and addiction and all of that?
Well, I mean, mental health. Okay, like for me, my mental health was in the gutter because I thought that the drugs and the alcohol were the answer to my problem. It was a very slow form of suicide. And, I would always say I would never kill myself. And then all of a
Right.
sudden, like right when I knew I needed to get sober and I had a moment of clarity, I was like, well, what are you doing? You're
Yeah.
doing, you're killing yourself slowly.
Yep.
And then, so, mentally I was just, I had a spiritual malady, definitely. And I was in a awful place and I needed to get help, rehab, first of all, and really, and then of course find a program of recovery and work a solid program.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I-
mental health is hand in hand.
It's key. It really is. It's hand in hand. Why do we use because of something? We use because we didn't like the way we felt, So now we kick the drug out. Now, not only are we afraid that we're never going to feel good again, we're afraid that we're never going to feel normal again. And that's the scary part. And we don't even know what normal is at that point. You rewire your brain when you use these chemicals, these substances. So dangerous, And we just that's why we exist. It's because there's a need for it. Then there's outpatient treatment. After you get done, all right, let's say you go to rehab. You're in detox for 7 days. You're in the residential side for 23 days. All that time you're restricted. You can leave, but you don't have your phone, and it's set up for you to stay. Because the first thing an addict wants to do when they get sober is get high, and that's something it's okay. That's okay to feel that way. What's not okay is to not address it and to let it run your life like it's been doing. So aftercare is huge. Addiction recovery is a long-term process that continues after inpatient treatment is over. Aftercare is any type of ongoing care you receive after you leave rehab. The most common forms are 12-step programs, outpatient care, counseling, and sober living. So, I mean, that kind of puts us where we're at now, like we all do stuff like that. We've all done stuff like that to be sober. When you get in the mindset of, I don't need that, like this is okay, but I don't need that, then you start to take your sobriety back into your own hands. And when your sobriety is in your own hands, you're going to drop it. It needs to be held with you and your community and your support system. Will, what does the show do for you as a sobriety tool, as a support system?
I mean, it holds me accountable. For me, I mean, like I said, the only interaction with people that are clean and sober is pretty much through when I talk about it or any kind of conversation of topic is through here. I mean, my family. I mean, that's kind of like anytime I was thinking about this earlier. Like my mom, like she'd always want to put these interventions together, right? And like when I get there, you're like, oh, this is a family problem. This is all of us. But then when you get sober, guess what? I'm like, I want you to go to Al-Anon or Nar-Anon. Well, it's not my problem. I don't need to go to that. And I was like, oh, no. But you just had this whole speech, But I mean, like I mean, it's just hilarious. But for me, I mean, it just keeps me in the, like where I don't forget about anything, because if I were not on this podcast and doing this, talking about it, then I mean, like day by day, it looks further away because I'm not talking about it, So, but and accountability, I mean, like you said, if I get on here and I messed up, you're gonna know. I mean, like, come on now,
Yeah, exactly. So you won't come on. Obviously, you just disappear.
I mean, ghosting you,
right? But like,
I'll be out chasing something. A good idea,
right? This guy.
Oh, go figure. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
So like, I picture you building your new life at 42 years old. I'm 42 as well.
Well, 43, but who's counting?
When did you turn 43? Oh, that's right.
May 9th, or not Mother's Day this year, but I was born on Mother's Day.
So you're older than me. So you're 43 years old. So like up until now, obviously you haven't been living recovery. You've probably been bouncing in and out of rehabs and 12-step groups.
I mean,
I've
lived recovery. I mean, like
I don't mean
I have. I mean, like the longest stretch was, like I said, when I was in drug court, which they fought. I mean, like I mean, like I had my own apartment. I had I had a full-time job, and I was like, I had to go to. I mean, like I don't say some meetings I wanted to go to, but then I mean, I had to go to. I mean, like I was doing the whole structure and like doing way too much.
Yeah,
that's what they put you through. But I mean, like, the sobriety was a lot longer, but then again, like it was a burnout. I mean, But
Yeah.
I mean, it's I mean, but this
White
time
knuckle.
it's like the difference is I want it this time. I'm doing it for me, and I don't give a shit. Like I said, I love myself now, so therefore it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to say no to people. It's a lot easier to make my own. Like
Right.
I'm a people pleaser. Like I'm always gonna say yeah. I got you,
Mhm.
whatever. But now I'm like, if it's not good for me, then
Right.
it's not. And I'm not doing it.
Look at
Not
that.
to be a dick, but
Don't
Well,
be a dick.
so like that's my point. Like family. Like you get sober, you get around family. They don't want to talk about your addiction and what things you've done and all that stuff.
unless
So,
they think you're doing something wrong, then they'll
oh
bring it
yeah,
Mhm.
get it. It's happening. Nope. Could you pee in this for us? No, I can't pee for the next year. So it's like it's great that you mentioned that because you're doing an awesome job. We all see it, and
Appreciate it.
you come in here like better every show. I guess I don't know. You just seem like more of Will. I love Will. Will's the best.
We love him.
We
So-
love it.
We love him.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Oh
we talked about
yeah.
Shining my rims,
Oh, really?
Buff
Well,
it, baby. Buff it.
so
oh.
we
Okay.
constantly push ongoing medical care. If you're an addict and you're in recovery, you need to have medical care, whether it's Hep C, whether it's years of abuse in your body and your brain, whether it's whatever it is, you're messed up, or it's psychiatric care too. And a primary care provider can provide you your antidepressants or whatever it is, and they'll probably start you on that kind of stuff in rehab. And that's where we always say advocate for yourself. You're one of 50 guys trying to get your health care, trying to get your life shit together, and you can fall into the mix and get overlooked. And I did 5 or 6 times before I figured it out. But it's that trial and error that we're here to try to circumvent. You don't have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go through 1 to 5. You can circumvent it this way. We have ways of doing things. So we're kind of set up for those who don't know what to do. But medical care is huge. We get sober and we're not better. We number one, we have that reason that we used in the first place. We had that underlying need to self-medicate. So that has to be addressed or you're going to continue to do it. So medical care is huge. Psychiatric care is huge. It's anybody that's going to rehab right now is going to find themselves with substance use disorder and depression, anxiety, OCD, whatever. We all got it, and it's all there. And the treatment for this stuff, like normal people, it's you're not just flipping a switch. You don't take an antidepressant and be like, all better. It takes months. So this is just something that should be sewn into your treatment plan intently with purpose. You're going to address your mental health and your physical health now that you're sober, because you have to, because poor physical health will lead you to self-medicating again. So psychiatric care is huge, and medical support combined with relapse prevention strategies and peer support is top of the charts. You have to have medical support. You have to have accountability. Will said it. Accountability is, to an addict, it is something we do not want when we're using and actively in addiction. And then when we're sober, we absolutely need it. And it's super important. So, I don't know, guys. I love you. You're all the best. Let's see. I'll go around the horn here real quick. 2 positives, 1 grateful. Will go.
Oh man,
It's not that hard. We do it every
well,
show.
I mean, like, I know, but
I'm just
anyhow, 2 positives. I mean, but I'm gonna say again, yeah, positive is I've had a light week, which is positive. I mean, I guess
that is
it's giving me time to
important.
relax. Positive. I don't know. I mean, I get off probation. Like I'm still positive. I won't be positive till the day I get off on the 9th, and then
Wow.
grateful. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm always grateful for you guys. I know it's just say something different, but hey, that's my main thing. I'm grateful for you.
Listen, we love you. You are.
Oh yeah.
You're a lifetime friend. Kaisa, give me a couple things you're grateful for and something else,
A
whatever.
couple of this, that, and the other. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the work thing. It's actually been rather mellow and less chaotic, and that is always such a freaking blessing. I tell you. Okay. So, and then another thing, my mom's in a good place.
Mhm.
It makes me sad because her mind, she don't know what's going on, but she's being cared for, and that takes the load off my plate. So, I mean, it's just a process of my feelings, and I'll get through it, But I know it's the best thing in the world for her.
That's great. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, and I'm grateful that I got to wake up today to do this thing again, and for you dudes.
Hey. Well,
That guy that made me sing.
Right? Sorry, I got her too. I made her do it. What I did was I didn't tell anybody about it. I sprung it on him. I knew she'd do it. She did it. She killed it. Jimmy, give me 2 positives, 1 grateful.
2 pause. Oh, okay, work's going amazing. So that's pause 1. Just learn the technology, and those. When I was talking to the Indian or First Nations band today, and they said, "Well, Kais is the I know, gotta be careful here." And what they said, "Oh yeah, we follow Kais and we love you guys in the show. We're buying 11 tickets." And one thing I'm really grateful for, this little shit.
I love Kais. I'm gonna be kissing his face in 2 weeks.
Hello.
There you go. And I got that from my sponsor, kids. So there you go. Find somebody that'll give you a dog.
There you have it.
No, don't do that. Well, anyway, no, sorry. Never mind.
Just life is just like Kaisa said, it's just calmer. Like it's busier than hell, and it's not puppies and rainbows. Shit still happens, but you have the tools now. Mm-hmm. So use them. Don't. There's a quote I heard today: "Recovery is not a race. You don't have to feel guilty if it takes longer than you thought it would. That's okay." It's not. It's a journey. It's not a race. Celebrate the progress, not the perfection. Right? So just go for it. Just do it. Just do it. Right?
You just do it. Recovery is not a race. I like that very much. All right, so let's get into our just for to dazzle. My nazzle first nazzle.
That'll be well, y'all. He's just not a pretty face.
Daily reflections. Just for today. I got it. All right, Willie boy, let's get after it then. Just for Tadati, my naughty. Let me get rid of that back.
Humility expressed by anonymity. Humility is a byproduct that allows us to grow and develop in an atmosphere of freedom and removes the fear of becoming known by our employers, families, or friends as addicts. Many of us may not have and understood the idea that anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all of our traditions. We wonder how this could be. What does anonymity have to do with our spiritual life? The answer is plenty. By guarding and cherishing our anonymity, we earn spiritual rewards beyond comprehension. This is great virtue in doing something nice for someone and not telling anyone about it. By the same token, resisting the impulse so proudly announce our membership in an aid to the world in effect, asking everyone to acknowledge how wonderful we are make us value our recovery all the more. Recovery is a gift that we've received from a power greater than ourselves. Boasting about our recovery as if it were our own doings lead to prideful feelings and grandiosity. But keeping our anonymity leads to humility and feelings of gratitude. Recovery is its own reward. Public acclaim can't make it any more valuable than it already is. Just for today, recovery is its own reward. I don't need to have mine approved of publicity. Only douches need to go on a podcast and advertising.
And just for today. All right. I mean, it's a touchy thing with what we're doing, but you know what? Jim says it. He suffered in silence, and we recover out loud.
Damn right.
Somebody.
Sobriety
Come on, everybody.
is a beautiful thing. Let's see. We will see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
Monday.
And who are our special guests, Tim?
Noel Borgia. Sam and Noel will be in the house.
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
No driving in between then.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm,
no.
not I'm not leaving the house. So, all right, boys and girls. I love you. Good job, and we'll see you on Sunday.
See you.
Happy trails to till we meet again.